back there is not real.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, Renathon. Hey, as a motherfucker that's seen damn near every Final Destination movie, well, majority of them, because they kind of whack out the wild. But anyway, as a mother seen all them damn Final Destination movie, when you see a white woman on an airplane just happen to get up and say, "Yo, we gotta get the fuck off this bitch," you might want to get the fuck off that bitch, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to take my chance. I don't want to see what the fuck it could be or where it may be. Look, I believe in spirits and all that shit. Probably was something on that damn plane. First of all, who's allowed to say? But second of all, she was probably high. She was probably on a little drinky drink because she was scared to be on the plane. And you know what I'm saying? No, the white people drug of the world is the opioids, and no offense to anybody who own it. And then also, man, you know, so she probably had a little bit of that white girl. You know, I'm just being honest. She might have had a little bit of white girl. But then I'm thinking about on the second thought. What if she was just back there with her black boyfriend and he whipped the BBC out, man, and she was like, "Oh shit, that motherfucker's not real." I got scared. It's corny, but that shit happens. That's just my random thought. Peace. Oh man, see, look, it takes me to not be ready. You see that? It always takes me not to be ready.
Black people
Hey,
ain't never
yo,
on time, bro.
right, even on my own shit. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Eric G, and welcome to a brand new episode of Random Thoughts with Eric G. Man, I'm always excited to be here. Hey, yo, man, this season, I told y'all, this season I'm coming with some good shit, y'all. This season I'm having some great conversations, and this episode is no exceptions. Hey, yo, man, I want to shout out my guest this week. Yo, my homeboy, man, my big brother, man, in podcast. Yo, Rudelife Nasa, what's up, brother?
What's sick, Eric G? You know I had to come through. I got mad, right? I started getting frustrated because I was like, he keep doing these one-on-one interviews, and I ain't got mine yet. I pulled up on you, like I got some stuff to talk
Oh,
about. You hear me?
hey, man, you know what? I love the excitement from you, man. I know you've been ready for this shit all week, and I'm happy,
Yeah,
man.
I've been waiting
Hey,
for like the past 2 months. Like,
hey,
hey,
look,
look. I was in that joint. I was in that joint. Like, all right, he got another guest, and I ain't on there yet. What's going on? What's going on?
man, I have been so busy trying to get these episodes up. A lot of these episodes have been pre-recorded. This episode is too, and I appreciate it. Thank you, man. You made me feel special, man. Make me feel like it's worth the wait. Thank you.
Yeah, cause look. So I don't know if you tell people what's really going on behind the scenes, but a couple like last week you asked me, you was like, "Yo, bro, hey, you got any questions you want to ask these females?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." Matter of fact, so I asked him. I was like, "Well, what any of these females talk to a dude in the wheelchair?" And I told you, I said, once you ask this question, watch your show just turn real out of nowhere.
My show. Let me tell you that ladies' night episode, man. It comes out next week. The ladies' night episode, man, bro. It was the most deepest episode that I didn't even host that episode, but it was the most deepest episode, and I was like, yo, it was crazy. Then it got kind of wild at the end. But anyway, bro. So all right, let's get into what we here today for. All right, hey, yo,
Okay.
man. So rude, so big bro. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know a little bit about you, your show, and how long you been doing this?
All right, so my name is Rudelife Nasa, right? So let me give you the background of my name or whatever. So before back in the day, I used to kind of hang out with friends, drink, and party a lot. So I was like, no, I need to start being more disciplined about myself. So I was like, I'm changing everything. Like I said on my podcast the other day, I'm going into some kind of like witness protection program the way I'm about to change up on people, right? So
Uh,
I was like, I'm changing my name. So the name Rude. The name Rude stands for respects, understanding, discipline, evolution, right? And it's a lifestyle to me. So NASA comes from like one, I used to love space, and two, I used to have I used to have a temper. I used to always love to fight. So when you think about a spaceship, the spaceship's going up. So I used to be like, nigga, if you mess with me, it's going up right then and there. Like, like so my name has meaning behind it. So I started doing podcasts because I used to have a job for like 15 years. I used to be a host at a restaurant, but COVID came around, and I had to quit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what am I gonna do? Because I ain't have nothing to do. So so I was like, man, I got to figure out something to do because I was getting bored. So I was watching TV, and the Anchor app came up. So I was like, oh shit, I like to talk. Let me see what happens. So 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 I started talking. At first, it wasn't taking off like that. But I used to get to arguing with my wife all the time, and my wife was like, "Yo, when you argue with me, I can't. Like, we're not getting nowhere. So say how you feel on your podcast, and I'll listen to it." So I started doing that, and that shit been taking off ever since.
Oh, I never thought about that, man. Because you know what I'm saying. Even times my wife and my kids that got on my nerves. I'm like, yo, I should have said on my podcast. I didn't.
Bro, I do it. I did it every week to the point she was like, "All right, I get what you're saying. It's getting on my nerves now." I was like, "Shit, I already got an audience now. It's too late. Like you shouldn't have put me in that job." So yeah,
Oh,
that's how I got started.
oh, okay, cool, man. Hey, yo, man. First of all, I think we all had the same start, man. Because I started during COVID too, and I was a quote unquote essential worker, so I was out there fighting for my life every day. but
Uh,
but no, man. Then I came home one day. Everybody in my house is sick. My sons are sick. My wife is sick, and I said, man, fuck it. I'm in the guest room. I'm like, I might well do something, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna do a podcast. And I seen the Anchor app, and I did the same thing.
yeah,
Wait, all right, man. All right, so you know what? So I was kind of. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Rude Life, man. I was kind of nervous about this episode, man. That's the truth. I was nervous because I don't know. I didn't want to be like offensive. I don't want to say something out of the way to somebody. I don't want nobody to feel any kind of way. You
you
know,
you
everybody.
can't offend me, bro. You're not gonna offend me, bro. Like it's cool. I'm a strong willed person. You're not gonna offend
All right, bet. So a little bit real quick before we get started. 'Cause, I'm trying. You said I'm prolonging this shit. So before we get started, before we get started, man, yo, man, me and Rue Life then did. I don't think at least 10 episodes of Rod Uncensored. We don't
me.
we didn't get a chance to experience each other, even though he don't remember who the hell I was on his show. I ain't gonna say it out loud.
Hey, no, bro, you did me.
My man, like he know who the hell I was when I came on his show. But
I was like, who the fuck is that?
I said, my man switched up on me big time. Anyway, I'm too light skinned to cry. Look, hey yo, man. So I got a chance to know who you is, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I love how real you is, man. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
you don't
100.
you don't make yourself feel bad. You be the first one to say, "Shit, I'm in a wheelchair. What the fuck you gonna do? I'll roll up on your ass." Or
It's a fact.
yo,
It's
and I love
all
the fact that you
facts.
like, either I'll roll up on your ass or what you gonna do? Take the battery out my wheelchair? I love all of that shit, man. And I'll be crying laughing. So so today's episode, y'all, is about living with a disability. Um, ain't say no
And
fucking
why
name.
you all like me? That's what we gonna call it. Why you all like me?
No,
Why you
no,
all like
no.
me?
I'm gonna call this switching up on a nigga. Anyway, look. Anyway, so let's get into it. We're gonna get into it. So
All right.
Rue, so you dealing with what was the cerebral palsy?
Yeah, I've had several policies since I was a baby or whatever. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I was left. I was born too early. And then I was in the incubator for too long. You feel me? So I got cerebral palsy, but it's cool. Like this is what I need people to understand. With cerebral palsy, it's different degrees of cerebral palsy. Some people got cerebral palsy where they can't get out the chair. Some people got cerebral palsy where they can't talk. some people got cerebral palsy where you're not gonna be able to tell unless you know because you have cerebral palsy or you know somebody who has cerebral palsy. And some people are just like me. Like I can walk, I just can't walk on my own. So I got to be in my wheelchair most of the time. But it's cool. Like I think people with cerebral palsy, people hear cerebral palsy and they think the worst, bro.
Mm.
They
So
think the
so
worst.
so cerebral palsy is when you, so just definition of it. So it's when you are born too early and like
Mm,
just everything ain't been developed yet, or
no, it's different. It's different degrees of it because some people are born with it. Some people, something happened to them during before the birth or whatever. I
Mhm.
can't really go into like what happened to me because like I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? My mom was just like, you know, you're in a wheelchair, you got cerebral palsy, but she made it so I could still live life regularly. You feel me? So it's a lot of different degrees of that situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wanted to come onto the show because I'm ignorant and I don't get a
I know.
so so I have a problem with because I have cerebral palsy. It's like I get prejudged. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And especially with these females, that's why I asked you. Hey,
Yeah.
that's why I said put that question out there because I want to hear what people. And I'm going to be
So,
listening to the episode too.
so listen. So I'm gonna get into it. We'll get into it. I know you're gonna talk your shit. So let me get the deep shit out the way first. All right. All right. All right. Let me get the deep shit out
Get
the way.
it, go.
They gonna get into you cussing the bitch out because I know you like to cuss bitches out. I ain't gonna say it all loud.
Facts on me. Oh, by the way, to let people know, I am no longer with Queenstalk TV. I had to part ways with that. But I'm
Oh man.
working on something else. I had to part ways with that. So
Oh man. So I'm not calling female bitches. I don't want y'all to get mad out there. I'm just saying that's what this how my boy talk. Anyway,
that's
so
me.
growing up, so you was born with cerebral palsy. Can you want to
Mm.
like brief talk about like how was it growing up though? Like growing up your normal life, dealing with this right here. Because I know you, even though you was in a wheelchair, you ran them streets. So
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what it was? It is like I ain't gonna lie. Like I live a good life or whatever. But it was just like when I was in high school or whatever. I wanted to show. Hey, I could do that too. You know what I mean? Like I could go just as hard as the next person. You feel me? Like don't get twisted. Nobody in my family is soft. Like we really on that type of time. But it was just like I had a point to prove. And the funny thing is, like my friends didn't even want me to be around that type of stuff. But I was so hard headed and with the stupid that I was just like, yo, I'm a do this shit. And
right,
it's
right, right.
so like I did a lot of things during my teen years and like when I was in my early 20s or whatever. See, I'm 37 now, so you know what I mean. So I was wild, bro.
So now I want to get into the wild times, man. Because I
Let's
know a
get
lot
it.
of people don't. Because let's talk about your wild times, man. What was the wild like? Because I don't know. I know about the fighting. I know about the
That's
women.
a
I know about
that's a
all the
fact.
sex. I know about the cheating. I know it all. So yo, let's
That's
get
a
into
fact.
so going through your teen years, your adolescence, man. Yeah, and like you said, you were trying to prove that you were better than you, not better than everybody. You was trying to prove that you can
Yeah,
do
I could do
everything.
just as much. Yeah.
So do you feel like you try to like overshow or you just went balls to the wall with it?
Over show, bro. Like when I was I from like 12th grade, and then I went to college for like a year, right? So the college I went to, funny, the college I went to, it was a place for people with disabilities, right? So you had cognitive disabilities and you have physical disabilities. When people don't know what cognitive is, it's a mental disability. So so I went there. So everybody there had a disability. So then you had people that was you had people that were in car accidents, people that got shot, people that were in gangs and shit like that. So I was always turned up. Like I used to call my homies all the time. They used to tell me, bro, go up there and get your education degree or whatever you trying to do. Why is you up there fighting, bro? I was fighting every day, drinking and messing with females. That was my thing. Like that was my thing, bro.
Come on. Hey yo. So I'm asking this question right here. I'm trying not to be offensive. I tell you I wasn't trying to be offensive. I'm just
You
asking this
can't
question.
offend me. Just go ahead.
I know. So well, you was in college, and I'm trying not
Right.
to laugh. But anyway, while you was in college, you said that you was getting in fights. Like, when people who have physical disabilities, did they look at the people with mental disabilities like, yo, these people crazy?
Yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
uh,
You never like you think you're the toughest dude out, right? Until you beat somebody that's like, bro, we in the same facility, bro. Like it's all fair game out here, bro. Like wheelchair or not, I got a disability too. Hey, one time I went to lunch, and I just told a dude, I was like, yo, good morning. He was like, what you say? I said, bro, I just said good morning. He was like, "Hey, you better watch how you talk to me. I'll hit you with this tray at lunch." And I was like, "Oh, we on that type of time. Like we on that type of time, bro."
right.
And then it's like go when I was in college. Like it kind of felt like jail a little bit because you had the bottom floor, then you had the people over on the other side, and then you had the upstairs. So it was kind of like tiers or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was turned up, bro. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie, cause I was like, it helped me become independent.
Hey, yo, I mean, I know. So, were you in North Carolina at the time, or were you
I was in Virginia.
you was in
I
Virginia?
was
I remember
I,
you
I
was
was I was born in North Carolina. I was raised in Virginia.
okay, and you in Charlotte now.
No, I'm in VA right now.
VA back in VA. Okay, okay, okay. I remember we were talking
Yeah.
about something. You were like, yeah, North Carolina. I'm like, all right. But
Ye-
so all the damn fights, man. You've been to all the damn fights. What? How was the women though? How did you get into getting all these women, man?
They were disabled just like me. So so so
Oh, it
so
was
it
easy.
was
It was easy to slide in. I got you.
yeah, it was easy. Yo, I keep telling y'all this story, but y'all don't believe me. So I was with this girl. She was in a wheelchair. She had cerebral palsy just like me, but her cerebral palsy was different than mine. It was a different degree. So I was talking to her all through, college or whatever, because I mean, you ain't had nothing else to do, so you had to, you want to slide on different. So, so like when I went to go kiss her, I tell this story. Y'all think I'm joking. I went to go kiss her a couple times. I had to go left. She had to go the other way, and we had to pull up on each other like skirt to kiss each other or whatever. You know what I mean? Um,
Uh,
real life, real life. Shout to her because I did her dirty and we never talked ever since. But
here's my thing. Then, how the hell you be up now? Because I know a lot of people like, oh, they try to feel bad. That's another question I'm asked too. Does it make you mad when people try to feel bad for you?
um, they feel bad because they don't understand. See, the thing about it is when you hear people in a wheelchair, you hear, oh, he got shot or he's in a car accident, and somebody told me one day, she was like, yo, are you in a wheelchair because you got shot? I'm like, I hope not. Like I hope that's not the reason. I hope that's not the reason why I'm in this bitch, dog. And like they just people who just don't know, they become ignorant to it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, okay, I don't want to judge him, but I just think what could he do for me? He probably got shot. It's like no, like I can do a lot, and I'm very independent. It's a lot of people who are able bodied who hasn't done what I've done, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like so, feeling bad for me, I just like to prove, like yo, I could. And now I'm at the
You,
point where it's like I don't have nothing to prove anymore. Like
I think because you done did every damn thing you wanted to do, right?
yeah, like and I got a whole wife at you know what I'm saying. So it's just like, and
So,
it's funny because I used to treat these girls so bad growing up, and
all
that
right,
was just like
all right, hold on.
my
No,
girl.
no, no. Let's get into it. You treat these girls bad. How the hell did you start treating these girls? Wow. Like,
All
just
right,
kind of like you can do it. You feel like you can do it. You just did it.
all right. I'll give you the story. Disclaimer. Shout out to my wife. I love you, but we keeping it real over here. Um,
This is before marriage.
yeah, 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 yeah. But some stories she don't even. So, but I'm gonna tell you because I don't care. I don't care. You ask, I'm gonna tell you.
I
Um,
got you.
it was one of them type of things where once I started realizing, oh, I can get laid off this. I just started hitting, I just started hitting a lot of girls, bro. And it's just like I used to hit the girl, like I used to
Mhm,
act like I love her. Oh, babe, I'm in love with you. Fall in love with them for like a couple 2 weeks.
mhm.
Get the snatch, and I'm out that joint. And I used to block my number on them or whatever. I used to block my number on them, and And I don't know if you remember this because you from North Carolina, so and a small town, so you know what I'm about to talk about. Uh, we they used to have chat lines on the phone or whatever, right? They
Oh
used
yes,
to
yes, 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 yes,
yeah,
yes.
they used to have chat lines on the phone or whatever.
The one out
So
arguments.
so every 30 days it was free. Every 30 days it was free. So you call up there, you say, so I was like, yo, what's up, ladies? This is, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I was like, this is Jay. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a wheelchair, da da da, try to get girls to come through. Like, so that used to be my hustle. It used to be my hustle so much that I used to change my number like every 30 days to talk to a different girl, and I was doing some other stuff I was supposed to do. So, so, so
Oh man.
I yeah, bro, I was violent.
Yeah, yo. So somebody, so I had one of my family members asked told me that wanted me to ask this question to you. She said that being a person with disability, man. Um, what was it? Well, not that you feel bad or anything, but what did she say exactly? She was like being a person with disability. Do you how do you see people who are not disabled? Do you feel like yo man? Do you feel like yo man? Fuck you. You want to understand my struggle or whatever?
Nah, I don't never feel bad. I don't because for me to say fuck you, you don't understand my struggle. That means I feel bad for myself. I like listen. I walk around with so much confidence, bro. Like I walk around with so much. Hey, yo, like so many people get mad at me because I keep it so real with them. Like so, like so, like I walk around with so much confidence. I just look at it now like what you don't know. Let me teach you. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't judge the situation, bro, because it's the homies don't care. The dudes don't care, and you're a regular person just like me, or
Mhm.
or your family members or people that you've been around, they don't care. But it's a
Mhm.
lot of these females, bro, that move around different, bro. And I think it's because when you want to see a person's real like personality and how they really move, put them in a
Mhm.
situation where they feel uncomfortable. This wheelchair,
Mm.
me being in a wheelchair, makes people feel uncomfortable, bro.
Mm.
You know
So
what I mean?
do you feel uncomfortable with it, or you like, look, man, that's your problem?
Nah, I don't feel uncomfortable with it. That's part of me. That's part of my story. That like I've done a lot in this wheelchair, bro. I had a job for 15 years. It's people who have not had a job yet, like still don't want to
Mm.
get a job. I've had a job for 15 years. I graduated high school. I went to college. Like you can't tell me nothing. Like you know what I mean? Like
Right, right. Yo, so how is it how important it is to have a strong support system, man? Like have family. Like you said a little bit about your family. You said your mom, everybody made you feel like, look, man, you normal, everything's fine. And so how strong is it to have a good support system?
yeah, especially my father. My father did. My mom, like I'm the youngest for my two sisters, so my mom, she always treated me like the baby. So it's at times where I'm just like, "Ma, I can do it." You know what I mean? She always wanted to help me. To this day, she still wants to help me, but I'm always like, "Mom, I got it. I can do it." You know what I mean? But to have a good support system, it's everything because like for people I've noticed for people who go through things with disabilities, a lot of them don't know how to handle it, especially if it just happened, like a car accident or getting shot or something. A lot of people don't know how to handle disabilities. A lot of people don't know how to handle being in a wheelchair. So, but I've been in a wheelchair all my life, so it's either like you either gonna accept it and find a way to move around, or
Hmm.
you gonna be depressed. Because one thing I never do, I never get angry, I
Hmm.
never complain, and I never show jealousy because when you angry, that leads to you complaining.
Mm.
When you start complaining, that means that you start to get jealous of your situation. So I never do
Okay.
that. You know what
Hey,
I
I
mean?
respect. Hey, that 100%, man. I love that, man. The fact that you said that you so damn confident there. First of all, I ain't gonna say you
Yeah.
confident, nigga. Nigga, you cocky as hell. I ain't gonna give a fuck what nobody say. You're a
Yo, my
cocky ass
wife
little
said
nigga.
that.
You're a cocky ass little nigga now. Now, all jokes aside, man. You know what, man? Let me tell you though, man. Like you said, over the last, I think I met you probably almost. It's been almost a year of us knowing each other.
All right, right, right.
And like I said, every time I get a chance to meet you, bro, like you always make me laugh, man. You funny as hell. You keep it real as shit.
That's
You'll say
what.
some off the wall left field shit. And I'm like, this nigga just said.
That's because I be around. That's because I be around Rod. Like I don't like you when we be on Rod's podcast. I be like, bro, what is this man talking about? We about to get canceled today.
Rod made me. I'm gonna tell you, Rod is the reason I had to step my game up. Rod is the reason I had
Right.
to I had to get my jokes up because Rod was like, "Yeah, man, I bet a bitch titty," and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about?" In the middle of a conversation. Oh man, so yo, so one thing you said, man, that we talked about. I remember yesterday, it was the day for yesterday. I shared your post on Instagram. You're like, look, I'm gonna lay it all on the line. What is something
Yeah.
you want to say? I'm gonna let you talk your shit. This is your show. What is it that you want to say, man? What is you question?
Okay, ladies, let me holler at you. I've been watching Eric G's podcast. I'm on his YouTube. You know what I mean? I'll be watching, and and shout out to you, bro, because you do great work. I saw the mental health. I'm big on that. I saw that. So I just want to say my comments do not reflect this man's show at all. But like a lot of y'all be shallow, bro. Like a lot of and half of y'all that's moving around shallow, y'all don't even look. You know what I mean? So you need to humble yourself. I'm not going.
Uh,
A lot of these people need to humble themselves because I think
uh,
it's a lot of them. I think a lot of them are just like, what is it doing in the wheelchair gonna do for me? But a lot of these females be having like multiple baby daddies and only like five baby daddies and only one of them was in the life. You know, feel me? So, you know what I mean? I said what I said. Look, here go XG. Look, we gotta cancel this because this shit
no,
this shit might not come out.
we're gonna talk this shit today. I want you to talk, yo, because
Yeah, it's
if they come at somebody, I want to come at your ass.
I'll put my Instagram. My Instagram is Rude Life period NASA. Holla at me. I'm outside.
But
I'll
yo,
run.
I'm asking that shit too though, because I feel like a lot of these women nowadays, yo, man, they everybody wants your ass when they done got busted. Like they ain't the same chicks they was back in the day. They ain't the fine ones no more. They done got all these damn kids, these crazy ass baby daddies, and now they want a good man to settle down.
Pussy be ran through. Talk about like she got the wop. Like you ain't got the wop. You got the what the fuck is that? Like we that.
She got the what? She got the what, man?
She
She got
got
the
the
what,
what
man?
the fuck is. She got the what the fuck is that?
That's what they think nowadays. They think that pussy that been out here for a minute is gonna get you.
And that's because dude, because I used to do it. That's because dudes know what to say to certain females. Like it's all about your mental game. So dudes know what to say to certain females to get them all excited. Like, oh yeah, he really like, but he really like me or whatever. But they just trying to. A lot of dudes just be trying to smash, bro. Because I'm talking about like I used to hit a lot of females. A lot of dudes just say whatever they got to say to smash, and then you don't hear from them no more. Like you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it real about that.
Uh, You know what? People don't talk about that shit, man. Talk about the hit and runs, man. Because it been times I'm gonna tell you about it because hold on, we are married men now, so we try to be polite with our shit now. But let's keep it
Not
100.
me. I don't be polite
Uh,
about shit.
I'm the married life now. I'm Mr. Married. I'm Eric. I'm Big Munt back in the day. Big Munt or Big E, what they call me back in the day. Cash
Yeah.
E, whatever they call me there, or E Cash, what they call me. Yo, so E Cash back
why
in the day.
why every black dude had a money name, cash or money?
I know, no lie. My name was E Money back then. He was E Money. He was either E Money or E Cash. But anyway, so and I was broke as shit. But anyway, neither here nor there. But neither neither here than there. But
Neither
but
here
no,
nor
no.
there.
But no. But I remember though. I remember back then, man. I thought my problem was back then, bro. I was too fucking honest. I thought I was too honest back in the day, and because when it came to these women, man, I was like, look, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So I'm gonna get my nut regardless. So
That
and that was my thing back in the day, man. And I think
that
I
was
think I
frowned
told
upon.
that was honestly the worst things you can do back in the day. You can't be honest. That was my thing was I was too honest. Then people got mad at me for being honest.
Now
Y'all
you got to
got
do that now.
But no, I remember I used to tell women back, and I'm tell girls back, and I say well, not women, but we was young, so I'm like in my early 20s. I always remember telling women like, "Look, man, I don't want no serious relationship. I just want to hit it. I just want to just keep moving. We can be friends, blah 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 blah." And she be like, "Oh yeah, I'm down with that too. I'm cool with that." Whole damn time, she want a nigga to be a stepdaddy. She want a nigga to be here with the kids. She want a nigga to take her out. And I like, man, I'm not that nigga. I wasn't that nigga. I couldn't do that. Yeah, I look back
See,
now.
you know what's crazy? Because now it's like now females be acting like they not like that. When they don't want to they don't want to hit and quit. They act like they want a relationship because you go on these profiles, right? Like they be like, I want to
Mhm.
do it. I can talk to, communicate with, all that goofy ass shit. No one deep down. Now when you put your Cash App tag at the bottom of your profile, you don't want a dude you can just talk to. You want to hit something, and it's okay.
Oh, she put a cash up at the bottom of the profile.
Yeah, a lot of these girls be putting their Cash App. Talk about some. If you if you feel generous, you can send something to my Cash App. If I send something to my I listen. We doing something. We not. I'm not. Listen. I don't know. You doing too much. You doing too much.
Oh,
That.
man. Hey, yo, man. So we gonna get into it, man. So you and your wife been together for how long, bro?
I just found. I just. Hey, listen. Real life. I just found the marriage license. So we've been together for like I met her 4 years ago, but we've been married for like three because it's 2020. We got married 2021, and it's about to be 2024. So as soon as I met her, I was like, "Yo, nah, like you mine." Like she put up a
Wait a minute.
fight.
Wait a minute. Out of all the stick in the movie you was doing,
Uh
you
huh.
read this, so you're like, you know what? I'm gonna tie this one down.
Yeah, because you know what it was. You know what it was. It was like I just was like, "Yo, I just like I'm tired of playing around. Like I'm getting older now. You feel me?" And like it was just something about her. Like she wasn't putting up with my bullshit. Like all the girls I was talking to before, they was putting up with my bullshit. I was able to run through them and say whatever I wanted. She was not going for none of that. Like
Mm.
I had to pull up on a couple of her friends for talking crazy. You know what I mean? Like I was like, and because like bro, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm gonna tell you a quick story,
Go
bro.
ahead. I'm listening, man.
So this what happened. So we first started talking, right? All right.
Mm.
So we were in the girlfriend boyfriend phase or whatever. But I don't go for nothing. So I went on her Facebook. I went on her Facebook, and some dude put on her comments, "Good morning, beautiful." I just so happened to go on her Facebook and see that shit. I screenshot it, bloop, sent it to her. Hey yo, tell dude to calm down before you get his ass beat.
Hey, look, man. Dude, when you said, I forgot everybody. Yo, let me tell y'all this right here. Don't let the fact that he's in a wheelchair fool you. My man's a thug all damn. My nigga will run up on your ass. No pun intended.
Yeah,
Roll up on your
yeah.
ass and fuck you up. That's the truth,
It,
man.
yeah, so I was like, tell dude it. And she was like, wait, what? Whoa, whoa, calm down. Ain't no calm down shit. That's what I told. I told you, you mind, bro. But she was trying to ease into it because I'm real aggressive. If you can't tell, I'm real aggressive. So she, so she was like, "Yo, you gotta relax a little bit. You too aggressive." So that's what made me start doing the podcast. Because when we used to argue, I used to be da 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 da, and I ain't got time for this shit. And stop playing with me, right? I used to do that all the time. She was just like, "I can't hear you when you yell at me," and I was like, "Okay." That's when I made the podcast because she was like, "You're way too aggressive." I'm still aggressive, but I calm down for her.
No, that's a lie. But look,
I did calm down. Shut the fuck up.
hey,
I did.
he's like, look, and then go tell me to shut the fuck up. Anyway, man. Look, man. So, man. So you've been doing it. So you say you've been doing the podcast for a minute, man. How has this experience been for you, bro? Because this has been a crazy up and down. Experience. How this
All
has been
right,
for you?
all right, you ain't gonna. All right, we keeping it real today. So like
All right.
me doing the podcast, for Spotify and all that for the Anchor, it's been cool. Now when I started doing the podcast for Queens Talk TV, I was like, nah, this shit starting to get ass. Now let me tell you why I said that.
I don't know smoke with nobody. Don't blame me for nothing. I don't want no smoke with
Hey, you can
any.
they can hit me up. I was like, nah, this shit started to get ass. Let me tell you why. Because I would book the guests and they wouldn't pull up for real. And I don't
Mm.
listen. And once I started getting tired of stuff, like I'm like, yo, I'm done. Like I don't got time for this, bro. I'm getting up early. Like I don't know what you do, right? So I can have a good podcast, or so I can have a good show. I write the questions down, whatever. Like I really be studying the guests. Why like that's why I was like, who the fuck is Eric G? Because like, I was studying against shit and I really
Yo, no, hold on. I'm gonna cut you off. Halfway through our interview, it's really you see it clicked in his head who the fuck I was, and that was the part that got me. When I came on, he was like, so you used to have dreads, right? I'm like, yeah, man, we've been on the show before.
yeah. So making the questions like I really take it seriously. So I used to get mad. I'm like, yo, I'm making these questions for these interviews and they ain't even showing up. And then I was just like, nah, all right, that's strike one. And then, and then I was just like, I make the interviews, and I'm like, yo, did anybody see the interviews? Yeah, my homies used to hit me and be like, cause it was on Roku, right? It was on Roku, that was on Amazon. But then I realized a lot of my people don't got Roku and Amazon, so I was like, yo, I gotta go somewhere where I can be seen. So I was like, I might as well just do it on my own. So then I just told Miss Londa, I was like, yo, I'm a I'm gonna step back from Queen's Talk and just go a different direction. You know what I mean? And then
Like, was you able to make money from that?
um, it was an up and coming network, so we wasn't making money yet. And then so you know me, I got toxic traits. I ain't gonna lie, I got toxic traits. So once I got tired of it, I'm the type of person when I get tired of stuff and I don't want to deal with it, I block everything that's around you. So 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 I started blocking the people from Queen's Talk and when I sent her the message, I sent her the message on a text message, and I let my team hear it because I got a team too. DC, what
Mm-hmm.
up? DOA clicking into. I got my own teams too. And I let my team see the message I was gonna send,
Mm-hmm.
and I sent the message, and then I blocked her ass. So I don't I don't know what she.
Dude, no. Yeah, let me take it, man, because you was going hard for Queen's Talk, and I'm not letting you on. You was going hard for Queen's Talk, and I remember y'all was trying to hit me. I mean, I got hit up by one of the representatives about coming on
Yeah,
and doing my show. I
yeah.
was thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never did. I mean, nothing. First of all, no hate to him. 'Cause I really respect Miss Londis. I really
This
do.
ain't this ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. This is the yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man. First of all, I said, man. I said, first of all, I don't have the time. I tell everybody, I do a swing shift job, so my times has been all over the damn place. But I try to get in. I like I don't want to be something locked into some commitment where I can't move around free because my schedule ain't meant for that.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely a commitment, and then it was just like you get kind of. It's like you get kind of tired because you do it a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. And then I realized I talked to my team. I was like, yeah, I don't like being under nobody. Like I don't like really listening to nobody because that's my toxic trait. So I was just like, yeah, I might have to take a step back because once I start getting tired, like you on podcasting, it's a lot that goes into this.
it is. It is.
So it's just like
But
I can't
let me
do
tell
it.
you, let me tell you about the podcast I rock with, though, bro. Because I mean, I'm gonna be transparent, bro. Because I'm like, when I said, man, this mug, I don't know that he gonna rock like I didn't know how you thought, you know, what I'm saying, how your thinking process was. And I said, man, well, I don't think we can connect like that. Whatever. But I try to listen to your show. I'm like, yo, every damn show I listen to, like, this motherfucker saying the same shit I say. Like when you talking about the problems with women and stuff like that, like, yo, I understand this shit. I've been through the same shit my bro been through. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'll comment on your show like, man, shit, that's some shit I'll say.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, this is what people don't know. I'm gonna tell about exclusive. All right, so the YouTube studios that
yeah.
you get on YouTube. All right, so I made a video. I made a podcast about Cancer Nation because I'm a cancer. 710.
Oh,
Shout out to all my cancers. So I made it. I just so happened to go to the YouTube studios. I see your comment. You was like, "Yo, you my dog, bro, but I can't rock with them cancers though." I was
rock with dude, dude, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. Yo, I had this girl years ago, man. First of all, I know cancers and Pisces is not gonna agree with me. But so I had this girl I was talking to years ago. I mean, she was my homegirl. She was a cancer, and she was mad cool, mad cool. When I say yo, when shit went left, that shit went left bad. And yo, we couldn't get along. Like when I said we was on some other shit, I said, yo, man, you know what? I don't even want to fuck with the whole cancer nation behind this shit.
because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because cancers, we are genuine. We are good people, bro. But once you cross us, or once we see something that we don't like, we blowing up the whole city behind it.
Well,
We blowing up the whole city.
dude, how her personality was for me was when we cool, we was fucking great. We had a great time. But when shit didn't go the way she wanted it to go, oh man, dude, you would have thought that I was the damn worst person in the world. Like when shit didn't go that way she wanted it. Oh man, and she had mouth on. We'll talk shit, pure shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, I say, yeah, I'm not. I can't
she
do it.
she she a July cancer. I can tell right there she a July cancer because
July 1st, July.
yeah, because my birthday's July 10th, and my wife tell me all the time. She was like, "You got a smart mouth, and you don't even try to be like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it. We
yeah.
blow up the world behind us, bro. See, my wife, she's a Libra, so a Libra ain't nothing but like a calm down version of a Cancer. Like,
Okay. So
so we she's a Libra, so we get along.
So let me tell you, Tracy, I'm a Virgo, so I'm a control freak. So so you putting me, you trying to tell me what to do. It ain't gonna work. Like, then you get mad because I'm not gonna agree with what you're saying. So it's not gonna work at all. But the
So the
friendship
funny,
was great.
yeah. So the funny thing is, like a Cancer and a Virgo, we're the greatest friends, but we can't do business together because
That
it's
part.
like because we're going to clash because a Cancer don't like to be told what to do, and we don't like to be pushed to do nothing.
Right.
A Virgo, y'all control freaks and y'all don't want to do what y'all don't want to do.
That part.
So that's
That
what
part.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
And that's what it was for me and her. I'm like, yo, man, I don't think the cancer and the Virgo gonna work out this time. And I'm gonna tell you weird because I wasn't big on the. Well, I always read about when I was a kid the horoscopes and shit. But for example, me and my wife are complete opposite. My wife is an Aries and I'm a Virgo, and we're not meant to be. Aries and Virgos are not meant to be in relationships with each other. And yo, but we making it work, man. It's hard as hell some damn days. I'm like, this damn chick don't get it.
So this
But
this
we
is
make
this is the this is why it's probably working for y'all because I used to always tell somebody this. I said I need to talk to somebody that's the opposite of me because if I talk to somebody that's like me, I'm gonna run through them and I'm gonna do them dirty. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Because I already know how to play it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
My girl, she's like to keep the peace, chill. She like to smoke all the time. I don't do none of that.
mm,
I'm always
mm.
I'm the protector. I'm always don't bring that nigga around me, bro. I don't got time for that. Like I'm one of
Right,
those type of people. Like, but we
right,
make it
right.
work, bro. We make it work because it's all about communication. Once y'all find a way to communicate with each other, y'all it'll work.
We have our moments, man. 'Cause like you said, like I don't like to be told what to do. She don't like to be told what to do. So we had to figure it out, man. But we make it
Yeah,
work. We make it work. But like I said, when it came to like I used to say it for years, man. And I like we got along so damn good. I said like you said for years that answers and me do not mix. And I'm like, yo, when I listen to your show, I'm like, yo, but you know what? You make some good ass points in your shows, bro. And I really was like, I think everybody who listens right now should really check out your shows, man. 'Cause your viewpoints are actually great.
on me when I snap though, dog. I ain't going. That's why I don't. That's why I don't get angry. That's why I don't get angry. Cause and then I'm one of the type of people. Well, I'm one of the type of people like if I fall out with you now, how I am. If I fall out with you, we just fell out. I don't go backwards. I don't go try to fix something. Especially if I feel like I didn't do it, I ain't gonna fix
Yeah,
it. You know.
I think I'm the opposite. This is how I am with me, and I think this is what all Virgos too is that we will keep trying for that friendship, even though we know this shit is garbage,
Nigga.
and we will keep trying. Hold on, look, Then after we get to the place where we're like, all right, man, we done fed up with trying. You won't hear from my ass at all. We'll cut your ass from my life. And I'm like, yo, that's how
I
I am. I'm like,
I'll did it and just be like, fuck it. I'll just start over with something. Like I'm not about to. We not about to go back and forth. I got people that I've been cool with for 20 years and I don't talk to, just because when I felt like I felt like when I met my wife, I was like, I got to change my life because I like the way some of the shit was going, and I was just like, in order for me to change my life, I got to leave certain people alone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so I made that commitment. So I be making commitment because I believe in discipline. You know what I mean? Like I really believe in you have to try to you gotta first of all you gotta be okay with being uncomfortable. That's why a lot of people are not okay with being uncomfortable. I'm all right with being uncomfortable. I'm all right with people not liking my decisions and coming at me crazy because they ain't gonna do nothing. So I mean, that's just how I am. I'm very. It is what it is. We could take it wherever you want to take it to, bro. That's my number. We could do whatever you want to do, bro.
And I respect. That's what I respect about you, bro, because you're. I do think that a lot of people kind of like use that disability as a crutch sometimes, and I
Yeah,
think that with you, man, I love that you stand on it. Like, look, I am disabled, but I'm not going to stop, and I love that about you, bro. I give you your flowers while you're here, bro. I love about you, man. The last few times we had talked and we didn't exchange, man. You always been positive. Your vibe has been cool. Like you always give the real you, man. And it's hard to do because podcasts, you find a lot of fake motherfuckers doing this podcast and shit. But
right.
yo, honestly, bro, you real with it, man. And I respect you. Like I said, I'm subscribed to all your shit, bro. So I'm on it. So
I'm
we
a,
on it.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. So people want to know, like, why did you really leave Queens Talk? Okay, so like, so my wife, you know what I'm saying? I talk about my wife all the time. That's my best friend, right?
Yeah,
So she was like,
sure.
she was like, you complaining about this a lot. I was like, I am, and I told you at the beginning of the show, I don't like to complain. So
Mm-hmm.
she was like, you complaining about this a lot. She was like, you need to change something. So I was like, all right, you know what I am. So if I'm gonna keep complaining about it, it's time to get away from it. So if I start complaining about it or getting angry with it, I'm gonna get away
Mm-hmm.
from it just so I don't show those traits. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I got away from it.
One undertone of this show so far, man. I'm be honest with you, it's that one of the undertones from the show is that if you're not comfortable in the situation, leave it.
Right.
So with you, man, how important it is? Because you said it too that you had to let go of a lot of people, that you had to change up a lot of stuff. How important it is to separate yourself from the BS, man.
It's very important because your mental and the way see your mental is everything. You feel me? Like you can physically work out to get better, but if your mental not right, what you try to do to better yourself is not gonna work. You know what I mean? And like I'm talking about, I used to go to like hotel parties, chill with the homies, drink, be around females, and then I talked to my sister one day. I was like, bro, well, after we did the hotel parties, we was drinking or whatever. I said, what did we do that was positive? And she was like, nothing. Like we did, like we all we did was go to hotel parties and party and this and the third. I was like, bro, I was really depressed when I was doing all that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you could be depressed and not know you were depressed until somebody calls it out. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
That
Like
part.
I was like, bro, like that's all we did. So I was like, I gotta change, and that's what made me be like, "God, I'm ready to settle down." Because honestly, even though I was messing with a lot of females, this and the third, I'm better when I'm in a relationship. I'm better when
Yeah.
it because it's discipline to me. You know what I mean? Like it helps me be
Mm.
better. I'm
I
better in a
respect that.
relationship.
I res- I was the same way too, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Being single is fun until it get boring. That's for sure. I tell you
Yeah.
what, it's fun until it gets boring. It get boring, and you'd be surprised how quick it gets boring. Like it gets like you like man, like you like yeah, you sing, you can hit everything. I feel like even when you been married, when you get married, you be like man, being married is fun until this shit ain't fun no fucking more. Like, but but being single, you like man, shit, I need to change my life, man. And yo, I respect that man because I remember. Same thing with you. Same thing like you. I remember that. I was like I said, in my younger years, man. I used to go to parties and shit, and we used to go to the hotel. Like we live in a small town, so we want shit to do. So we'll
Yeah,
go to we'll go rent out a hotel room and we'll go smoke that. We'll smoke out in the hotel room and shit. And I remember that I was hanging out with some people, and I was sitting there one day. Matter of fact, here the biggest thing you can do here is be a rapper. Everybody in my town is a rapper. Everybody got a
yeah,
mixtape.
yeah,
Everybody got
yeah.
a mixtape.
Facts, facts.
But I got a mixtape. But anyway, so
I got some too.
yo, we all got a mixtape. That's how you know you're from a small town when you got a mixtape. But anyway, so I remember one day I was sitting. I was like, I had to be like 22 years old, and I'm sitting in the room with all my boys and shit, and they smoking and drinking. They having a good time. Don't get me wrong, they having a good time. And I remember I had to work in the morning. I said, shit, I'm the only one who got like a real job. And I'm sitting there looking at everybody. I'm like, and it's like for a quick second, I stopped for it, and everybody in the room, I could see everybody, and I was like, yo, this shit ain't for me no more. Like this shit ain't cool no more. Like this shit is starting to get lame. I'm like, what is everybody doing? We all talking about fucking, we all talking about smoking, we all talking about drinking, we all talking about music. But then after a while, like, yo, who the fuck is getting out of here with this? Is anybody getting out of here to handle this
Yeah,
shit?
that's
We
a
stuck in
fact.
this motherfucker. We still stuck in here doing the same shit for almost a year or 2 years now. We ain't did shit. So I agree
So,
with you, man. Yo, your surroundings does help.
I'm gonna tell you a golden story, bro. So like I used to cheat back in the day, right? So
Mhm.
so what made me stop was this girl I was talking to. I cheated on her, whatever, and I told her, because I was like, what's she gonna do to me? She told me she was like, yeah, I got my cousins to come right your way to shoot you. I was like, wait.
Damn.
I was like, what? She was like, I got mad. I was like, you got your cousins to come around my way to shoot me? She was like, yeah. She was like so calm with it. She was like, yeah. I was like, what you do that for? She was like, you don't cheat on me, bro. She was like, I accepted you for being in a wheelchair, accepted you for you, and you sit up here and you played me like that. I got played by a dude in a wheelchair. She was like, nah, you. She was like, since you want to act like you big and bad, you gonna get what come with it. So I was like, but I respected that, bro. And then I was like, why do I do stuff like that? And it's because the people that you're around. If you're around homies who don't really value females or relationships, you're gonna fall in love with that too. So, so I was just like, I talked to my sister, I talked to my team. My team really like helped me understand this stuff. And if you're around people who don't value certain things like life or relationships or friendships, you're gonna start doing toxic fuck nigga shit, right? So when she told me, she was like, "Yo, I was about to shoot you," but unfortunately, the good thing about it was I was always moving, I was always going places, so she never
Mhm.
could catch me. So I was just
Man,
like, "Nah, I gotta change my ways about this shit." You know what I mean? Like, cause that could have been really tough. That could have been really crazy.
mm, that is true, man. You do got to change your surroundings, man. I'm glad that you actually got into it and understand that yo, you need to settle down a little bit because I know you still be raising hell, but I know you got to
A
settle
little
down a
bit.
little
You
bit.
know what I'm saying? The podcasting is like really good therapy for me. So I can get it out on the podcast, and I don't overreact in the streets because being emotional, like a lot of people move off of emotions. That's why you see all this stuff on Twitter and social media. It's to get your emotions tripped up. You feel me? So once you learn to be mentally strong, like that emotional shit really be out the window. Because the only emotion I try to show is happiness and love, right? Because I used to be angry, bro. Like
But
every like
was it? I mean, I know you've been so confident in yourself. Was you angry at just your life situation? Was you angry with just going on around you? You just said, "Fuck it, I'm just tired of everything."
no, I think I got too dependent on situations like my friends and the homies, gang shit. I think I got too dependent on them, and I just didn't know how to move on my own. So, for the past 2 years, I've been practicing this thing called period of isolation. And what period of isolation is when you take a step back from your friends or anything that distracts you, and you work on yourself. You know what I mean? I fell back for like a year or two, and then when I fell back with the period of isolation, it made me realize a lot of people that's around me really are stupid. Like you know what I mean? And and I had to figure things out about myself. See, that's why I'm grounded now. You be like, yo, you really a cool person. I didn't used to always be this way. My wife would tell you, she was like, you were hard to deal with when we first got together because I was still turned. I was transitioning. You know what I mean?
Respect that, man. And like I said, I don't think people understand that, man. I tell everybody, your mental health is the biggest shit, man. I don't think people
Fact.
understand how important it is to have peace. And I tell everybody, I've been fighting for peace for years. Cause like I told you on your
Yeah.
show, man, I grew up hard as hell. So
Facts.
to find peace is the hardest thing to find.
You
And
had the Chief Keef
one thing,
braids.
anyway, man, don't talk shit about my dreads, nigga. Anyway, man. But no, I was in my little wild moment. But I tell you, bro, you see these glasses, you don't believe it. But
I believe you. I got glasses on, nigga.
I was the nice one of the group, man. I was just a little wild a little bit, but I do say right here, man. You do got to find your peace, man. I appreciate you saying that. And and when we said the power of isolation, I need to write that
Yeah,
shit down.
the period of isolation. Hey, look, so I said on my podcast, I was like, man, I went to a whole program with this, and I even changed my hair. My hair I used to have a low cut all the time. I was like, man, I'm talking to my friends, I'm changing everything. I'm getting married, I'm changing my hair. Niggas ain't gonna know me. I did all that. Hey,
Oh,
forget. Sometimes you gotta do that.
you became Martin. That's what happened. You became Martin. Remember the episode where
Yeah,
he went to that monk shelter?
yeah. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta just sit back and be like, "Yo, I love you. You my dog. You my friend. But we gotta go. We in different times. We in a different place." Cause I remember this one song somebody said, "If we don't talk no more, we don't got nothing left in common, bro." And I was like, I don't have nothing left in common with my friends. Like I don't do the stuff they do. Like
Yeah. Hey, man, y'all respect it because and that's what I told you before, man. Like a lot of the shit you're saying, man, I've been there too, and I remember just sitting back and looking at my friends, like, look, man, because I tell you, when I say I cut a lot of people out of my life, I cut a lot of people out. But I sit back, I remember just sitting back like I told you, just sitting back and realizing, when shit get real, who the fuck is there? And these people are not gonna be the ones there. So I appreciate you saying that,
I'm gonna tell you, the person that was there for me, I was talking about. I had friends for 20 something years that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen in the past couple years. But my wife, this is one reason why I got with my wife. She been right there with me through it all since we got together. Like my mom just got a kidney transplant in March. Shout out to my mom, love her. She got a kidney transplant in March 14th, and my wife been there since she's been in the hospital since my mom came home. You feel me? And
man. Yeah,
my wife just been down with me since day one. So I was like, nah, all right, I gotta change.
yeah. So one thing, go back to the disability conversation real quick. Um, I've been around people with disabilities like, pretty much my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people
Mm.
who was mentally and physically disabled. I have people in my personal family that's dealing with it. Um, do you get mad when you see other people being mistreated for being disabled?
I mean, yeah, yeah, okay, I do. I get mad when I see stupid stuff. Stupid. I get mad when I see people get beat up on camera and nobody helps them. Like you know what I'm saying. One thing I don't believe in picking on the weak. I'm not saying
Mhm.
people in wheelchairs are weak, but it's like they know who to mess with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I saw this one thing on Facebook. This girl, she was in a wheelchair. She said, "One day y'all gonna mess with the wrong handicapped person, and somebody gonna put y'all on a shirt."
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
was like, and I shared it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm that nigga that'll put you on a shirt." So, so,
That thug shit, man. He never leave your. It's still in there. It's still in there. No,
I
but
said,
look,
"I'm that
man.
nigga that'll put you on a shirt."
I thought about it. I really thought about it because, like leading up to this episode, man. I was thinking about my life and dealing with people in my life who was handicapped. And I remember being in school that I remember when I was in school, they used to let the kids who had like disabilities play with the kids that didn't have it, right? The regular kids, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They let them play with the kids. And I remember that. I remember watching these little kids, like, certain kids that had mental disability, and I remember some kids like would be trying to play basketball with them, and people just like will run away from them. And I used to
That
like, and
I
go ahead.
go ahead. My bad, my bad.
Go ahead, say what you say.
I think it's because people get scared. People get like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't know how to handle people with disabilities, so they get scared. Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Have you ever talked to a female or whatever? Have you ever asked them, would you talk to somebody in a wheelchair? And what they say?
Oh, I mean, everybody like yeah, they would if he's like I said, I guess if he treat them right. But I don't think nobody will ever give you the real answer. I
Yeah,
think
because I. You're right. You're right. And I'm gonna tell you why you're right. So before I did some research before I did this episode because I needed to know facts. So it's
mm-hmm,
this thing on Instagram where somebody can ask you an anonymous question
mm-hmm.
and
Oh
you can
yeah.
answer it. So I asked the girl an anonymous question. I was like, would you talk to somebody in a wheelchair? And she never answered. And I know she saw my question because it was like a whole bunch of questions after that. And I'm like, she didn't answer my question, stupid bitch. And then
Not so much. Anyway, look, man.
stupid.
But no, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't think women would give you the right answer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that question today on my Facebook. I be doing the random
Yeah.
questions every day. I do the random questions every day, and I'm gonna post that on my Facebook because, like I said, because everybody know my questions be deep sometimes. But I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna ask that question.
Now, when you ask the question and somebody say something crazy, and I pop up like Candyman and be like,
Oh, you
"Look,
know what? Hold on, matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this because I can edit this episode how I want to edit it. I'm going to I'm going to say the response at the end of this episode. I'm gonna come back on here and make another video, and I'm gonna say the response to what the answers was to the question I posed. And I might even call you back up and let you come back on, and I'm gonna link them together, and so you can understand what the real answer is.
hey, this is about to be your most viewed episode." I'm telling you, bro, because
Come on, man.
we kept it so real on this show.
I love it, man. I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. This season, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I was gonna give up after this season. I was like, man, I'm gonna take me a good long break from podcasting. And that's like I like so you said earlier, it get old sometimes. It does get old,
Get tired.
and I was and then and plus you don't get for me. I'm not getting a response I want, man. I feel like this shit's starting to become repetitive. I'm tired. I'm kind of tired of having these same conversations. But this season, let me say the truth. This season, and you'd be surprised how many people have been reaching out for me to do episodes. This season has been really like I love I love a real conversation, bro. And I think this season I've been having nothing but real conversations. I
Because
love it, man.
you're sticking to a. For one, you're talking about mental health. Talking about mental health never gets old because people got different. People deal with mental health in a different form, and I was just like, bro. And so I believe that I'm the voice for people who can't speak. That's for people who may have been bullied or people in a wheelchair. I'm the voice because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just like, I kept seeing your episodes. I was like, nah, I need to come up. I was like, I hope he ain't about to finish the season because I got something to say. And then
Oh, yo, man.
I put that shit on my Instagram. I was like, oh, I see y'all real uncomfortable with people in a wheelchair. That's cool. I'm gonna address it when I get on the show.
Hey, hey, yo, and I share. You see what I said? Oh shit, it's smoking up in here. But yo,
Uh,
I don't be rude, man. Bro, man. I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. I'm gonna wrap this. I'm gonna wrap this part down, but I'm definitely gonna bring you back on. I'm gonna tell you what the else is gonna be. But
Facts.
man, I'm gonna give wrap this up, man. Before I get off, man, I like to give people that flowers while they're here, bro. Man, I salute you, bro, man. Thank you so much, man. This ain't no on no damn funny shit. thank you so much, man, for even like reaching out to me and want to be a part of this.
Facts. But look, so I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you your flowers. So you told me because I saw your Facebook. You was like, "Yo, I'm thinking about hanging it up," and I hit you on Instagram, real life. I hit you on Instagram. I said, "Bro, if you ever get tired of it, just be consistent, bro, and just do it. Just do it for you. Don't do it for the fans. Do it for the message." And that's what you've been doing. I've been seeing your podcast, and I'm intrigued and I'm in tune to the shit. Like I put in one of your comments, I was like, "Yo, this is the conversations that need to be had, talked about more." You know what I mean? So I want to give you your flowers. You're doing your thing. We gonna make it one day, bro.
Oh man, look, man. Let me tell you, we made it. We already here, man. We are live every day, bro. So we made it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to tell you, bro, yo, keep sharing your viewpoints. You keep
That's a
doing that shit,
fact.
man. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I listen to you. When I be at work, I listen to you, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right here.
I be tripping too, bro.
I love it, though. I love it. Because let me tell you, the truth. I was so used to listen. Like we be wilding out on Rod's show, so we just go off topic on Rod's show. I don't think we ever did a show where we stayed on topic. So we go off topic on Rod's show, and I'm like, I said to listen to your show is like I'm getting to know who you are, and who
Yeah,
you is, man. You on some real shit.
you know what's crazy? In the same way that I act right now, that's the same way I acting on Rod's show. The same way I act on Rod's show, that's the same way I act on my show. I'm the same way,
Yeah.
everywhere I'm at. But I got something I gotta say before we get off the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have more gray hair in my head than you? What are you doing, bro? Like, I got
I just well, nigga. First of all, I am 33, so I'm okay. I got a couple more years. Second of
I'm
all, hey, second of all, I just cut this shit off today. So you hold on. You ever see if you ever watch my shows or see me on the show, you always see me wear a hat all the time. I always wear a hat.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? I always wear a hat. And the reason I wear a hat because first I wasn't used to my hair because I cut my dreads off. So I wasn't used to showing my head because I had my dreads.
Yeah, you had like now you got like the big ass head to the
Oh,
jail.
anyway, look, and I was matter of fact, I'm gonna put up an old episode of me and Rod. When I first met Rod, I had my long dreads, so I was so
Yeah,
used to I used to hide behind my hair, so I'm not used to it. But now that I cut my hair off, I used to have a fro. If you watch certain episodes, I had a fro, and I
yeah,
had gray. When I put a hat on, I had gray streaks to be all in the front. You know,
yeah. Nah, so now I don't feel bad. Now I don't feel bad.
oh shit! Matter of fact, it's the quality of the camera. If I leave my head down, you can see the gray hair. It's sitting right
You
in the
nigga
front.
barely, bro. You see the gray hair out the gate with me.
Oh, let me tell you, once my shit get too bad, I am dying this bitch every week.
Nah, girls like the gray though. Girls like the
Bro,
wisdom.
I hate feeling like I'm old, man. I hate feeling old.
I'm old as shit. Like I'm done. Like I'm not even trying to compete with niggas no more. Like we good.
Yeah. Let me tell you, my dad just turned 74 yesterday. Happy birthday, dad. And my dad looks every bit of like I think he looked like he's 55. He like he's in the 50s. And
Nah.
he been fighting the aging process for years. I was like, yo, I'm gonna fight this bitch.
Being around these females will stress you out. I got gray hair early as a bitch. Like my wife don't stress me out, but like what I was doing before when I was single violent, yeah. I
Man, let
did
me
it
tell you now.
like pregnancies that I thought I was good. Oh god damn.
Oh man, hold on. Before we get off of that, have you like I don't think people know about them damn scared ass practices. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I used to get those all the time. I used to have. I remember I'll tell you the truth, man. I share too much of my life in this shit, but I remember back in the day when I was in my wild and out stage, and I remember, and I was always protected. I was trying to be protected. I tried to put, I use condoms or whatever. And I was like, yo, I remember one girl told me she hit me up, she's like, Eric, I am pregnant, and get down the third. And I was like, the fuck, how the fuck is you pregnant? So I remember that, and she would always be like, yeah, I'm pregnant, whatever. And she sent me a picture of a test that says that she was pregnant, right? So I'm like at that
That's
time, I'm like, young,
crazy.
and I'm young. I'm like, oh shit, she might be pregnant. I don't want her to be. I'm not want to be with her for life, whatever. So I remember I went and got like 4 different type of pregnancy tests, and I went to her house and I sat there while she pissed on every single one of them. I was like, I sit there while she pissed on every single one of them, and I was like, you know what? When and every one of them came back negative, I said, you fucking lie.
That's a fact, bro. I done had too many pregnancy scares, bro. You talking about like I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, and I'm like, damn. I hope. Hey, when she tell you she on a period, bro, that's like Christmas. You like, oh, woo, thank you, Jesus.
The truth is, I remember, I'm telling you, every young man, I don't think anybody listening, every young man had been in that fetal position ball where you crying because you found out you think she's pregnant for real.
You're
That's
like,
what,
oh my
and
god, I
I'm
did.
like, damn it.
Damn
But
it,
I'm telling you,
bro.
we talking about Asian though. I'm gonna tell you the truth because I got two stepsons. I don't call them my stepsons, but they both my sons. And when I say I got like between stress between them two and my wife, I have more. I look older than my wife. My wife is older than me. I look so much older than my wife, and I'm like, 'cause I got gray hair. I got these damn. I don't got crow's feet. I got fucking claws right here. I'm old. I look older as shit.
Like, I got
And,
gray in my beard. I got like, but it's cool though. Like I learned to accept it now. You know what I mean? Like I used to always wear a hat.
yeah, me too.
I used to always wear a hat. Now I'm cool. Like I'm good. Hey, bro, this was
Shit,
a great show, bro.
man. Hey, yo, look, man. So, look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it on up right now. For right now, 'cause I'm coming right back. Um, yo,
Like I
so
said.
before we wrap up, man, bro, how can people reach you, man, and find out more about you?
Hey, listen. So if y'all got anything to say about this episode, it does not have anything to do with Eric G and the Random Thoughts podcast. So you can hit me up on Instagram because I'm on there a lot. Rude Life, RUDELIFE, period NASA. Holla at me and tell me what you don't like, so I can tell you I don't care. Or you can holler at me on Twitter at Rude Life, RUDELIFE _NASA, and we could talk and chop it up. I got my two podcasts. I got two podcasts. I got Keep It in Wonder and True podcast, and I got the Rude Life NASA Show on Spotify. Just look them up. And I got a project dropping September 4th. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
just be on the
Oh yeah.
lookout, man.
I see that they had the bottom was is DCE Day.
Yeah, DCE Day, September 4th. It's fire.
Okay.
And I'm rapping on the project.
Hey yo, I don't hear some of your music, man. All right,
I'm
man.
yeah, I'm rapping on the project. So yeah, hit me up. Let me know when you do this. When you do the second part, so I can come up here and start cussing people out. I'm here.
All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric G, and I am back with part two of this great conversation I had with my homeboy Rude Life NASA. What's up, bro?
Whoa, what up, man? It's the coolest dude in the wheelchair, man. What's happening? DC, what
What's
up, though?
What's up, y'all? Look. So if you check out, y'all gonna see part one of this right here. But a few days ago, me and Rue Life had a great conversation about being disabled and pretty much his life and just dealing with all the situations that comes with being that comes with a disability. So Rue Life,
Facts.
remember you asked a question that you wanted me to propose to my audience.
Yeah, I wanted you to ask, would you talk to a person in a wheelchair, or in your case, where like you put it with a disability and all that? So I wanted to see what people were going to say.
Yeah, so guess what? We had a lot of people to say something on this, and it was good, man. It was good. We had a lot of real opinions. Like, so I'm glad everybody was honest.
Yeah, somebody said, I remember one of the comments. Somebody was like, I don't think I'll be able to talk to somebody with a disability because like she has a thing where she puts her relationship first, and she's trying not to, she's trying to put herself first, and she said something like she's a very loving person, and she always
Mhm,
wants to help somebody, so she feels like she'll be in a person's way. So then I
mhm,
commented, you know me, like I made sure I was on every comment that replied, right? So
mhm.
I was like, you do know that people with disabilities don't necessarily want your help, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
she was like, that's not what I mean. I was like, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? I want people to know people who have disabilities, we don't ask for help for real unless we need it.
Right,
We really want to do it on our own.
right. And like you said, and I know that get kind of frustrating when people think they have to do something for you.
Yeah, bro. But for the most part, the comments was they were very positive. I was waiting for one of them ignorant, what am I talk to a dude in a wheelchair for? What are you gonna do for me? Type of comments. But nah, none of them was like that though,
Hey,
bro.
hey, Solo. So what I did was, man, I was able to screen. I'm gonna share my screen. I was able to get. I'm gonna pull up the actual like comments,
Right.
and we're gonna go through the comments, bro. You ready?
Yeah. Right. Let's do it.
All right, bro. I'm trying to get it come up. All right, hold on a second. A second. Y'all know I'm new to this stuff. Hold on.
And
All right,
I shared your status too. So people on my page was going crazy on it too.
yeah, here we go. Right here. Here we go. All right. So here we go. So this is the question I asked y'all. I said, serious question. Ladies, would you talk to a man if he was physically disabled or permanently in a wheelchair? Be honest. All right. So that was the question I asked. Okay. So
Right.
let's see what I got. All right. So we have one young lady right here, man. She said most definitely. So at least she was real about it. And she matter of fact, she was on my show too, Miss Allura.
Right. And I
So
had to put
let
a
me go ahead.
disclaimer. I had to put a disclaimer right here to let people know that no, whatever answer you decide to put, like
Mhm.
it wasn't a bad answer. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and I don't say I love that everybody was able to be real with this right here. So hold on.
Yeah.
So I asked because I didn't want nobody to just give me a random answer like yeah and not tell me why.
Yeah. 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 Good. That's a good
You feel?
call.
You know what I'm saying? So and then I asked, I said, yo, so would you take on the responsibilities of helping that person? Because sometimes it does come with help. You know what I'm saying? But I
Uh-huh.
think all relationships do. And oh, yo, so she said honestly, she was like, she said, Eric G, she's like, if we are in love, why not? If he is kind, loving, and caring and supportive, I would give him the same. I would give him the same. Disclaimer: though the stairs gotta get, you gotta get stuff, gotta get stiff. Don't say go down. Stairs gotta get stiff. I don't mind putting in work, but if he cheats, I would take the wheels off his chair.
Hey yo, I respect that though. I respect that though.
At least you
But I ain't go.
honest.
A lot of people in
Go ahead.
wheelchairs ain't going nowhere near stairs though. If we don't do stairs, we don't. We don't even do hills for real. We be getting mad and shit. When
Come on, man.
they, they be like, "Yo, I need you to go up that hill." You want who to go up the fucking who going up the hill, bro? Like,
So all right. So next comment, next comment. So one lady said that and she was this is the opposite. She was like, I don't think I could, not because of the
right,
disability, just because I already feel that I take on a lot, and I would instinctively get your words out, put them first above me. I just got away from that. I would never with this loop. I'm sorry, a conversation. I would just let them know upfront that all I can offer is conversation. I did,
she's the one I responded to. Yeah,
yeah, and I love how your response was. You like, as a man in a wheelchair, I'm very independent. I think women think everyone in a wheelchair thinks everyone in a wheelchair, but that's not the case.
yeah. Like, I think they think that we need help. I think it's like, okay, you out of it. See, the thing is, people that like females or dudes is dealing with somebody in a wheelchair. The first thing they think is like they're a nurse now. You know what I'm saying? Like we have nurses for that shit. We don't need
That is true.
you.
I mean, but I think that you try to like, and I get what you're saying though. Instinctively, you want to be there for that person, regardless if what I'm saying if they ask you or not. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because even my family, like I love my wife to death, but if she need help, if I feel like she need help, even though she don't like she don't need my help, but if she need my help in any area, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try to help,
Right. See
regardless
that
if she asks for it.
the reason why I responded to a lot of these comments is because I wanted people to know, like, look, I'm here defending people that's in with disabilities. You know what I mean? Because I always look at myself as the person who speaks to the people who can't talk. So I'm like, yeah, let me see what you got to say, like, because I put on my Facebook, y'all can say whatever you want to say, just don't get disrespectful. Because I was ready to go for it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Hey, yo, so let me tell you, I don't know. I'm gonna read all of these. I don't,
Nah, you.
and yeah, I know I'm stumbling over my words, so I'm tired. Look, anyway, so
I know that's right. On me, like I don't blame you.
yeah. Anyway, man, but yo, my homegirl CL, man, you know CL.
Hmm.
She said yes. If he rolled in my life and stole my heart, I would push him around for a lifetime.
That's a fact.
Yo,
Make sure you read my response that I put at the at the bottom of this shit.
I'm
But
talking
the
about,
record, job.
okay. You told her she's a real one in this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so my homegirl Diamond, man, and this is that it gets me, man.
God
These
damn.
questions, they was typing in paragraphs.
She sent out an essay paper, dog. If you don't want to read all that, you don't have to. You can get to the
I'm
point
trying,
of it.
I'm trying to skim through it real quick. Um, hold on, I gotta get back to it. Hold on, fix my glasses. All right. All right, all
Hey,
right,
she
all right.
wrote a paper in high school.
She said, because of life I already live, I just hold him to the same standards I require for men that's not in a wheelchair. So she wants you to be fit, like mentally and emotionally stable. She wants you to have
Yeah.
a good. She wants you to have a good relationship with God. She just wants you to be able to not physically take stuff out on her. So she wants you. She'll hold you the same standards as anybody else, regardless if you're in a wheelchair or not.
And she don't want you to she don't want the person in the wheelchair to wake up and be like, "Shut up, bitch! I don't feel like I don't feel like crawling today."
Oh shit! All right. Hold on. Hey, so, hold on. So this study got me right here. This study got me right here about you. So, bro, you
I,
saying for the record, I wouldn't talk to a girl already in a wheelchair. It don't work. Why is that, man?
I know that's the fucked up thing about it because I was up here defending us, but at the same time, I'll be like, "Let's move forward."
Oh, oh, my homegirl Diamond ain't bad because my sister commented and she wrote a paragraph as well.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Shit.
after you read that, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't talk to a person in a wheelchair. A person in a
Okay.
wheelchair.
I she said yes, I would, but we are together forever. If you try to leave me, your chair would never would never charge again.
Hey yo, they really be trying to take out the chair though.
She
Like
said,
they don't take out the person, they take out the chair.
"Yeah, 'cause you can't leave me. You can't leave at all now."
Yeah,
So,
that's a fact.
if you try to leave me, you would never charge. Your wheelchair would never charge again. And if you're in a regular wheelchair, I'm just I'm just going to put a broomstick in the wheels.
Yo,
Uh,
real
she said,
life.
she said, she said, forgive me. She said, please forgive me. She said, I'm just joking. But I would, she said, but I would because they are no different than anybody else. They are
That's
humans
a
just like
fact.
we are. They are humans just like we are. Because they are in a wheelchair doesn't mean they are any different from anybody else, from anybody else, or you never know who God might put in your life for a reason. And I like how she said that because, like, you never know. Your true love could be in a wheelchair. Your true love could be have a disability, and you close that option off. You never know what could happen.
Bro, my wife she gets sick, right? But like
Mhm.
she is one of the most loyal one of the most loyal people I know. She always makes sure I'm good. Always makes sure I'm straight. And she goes through a lot, so I know what she's talking about. But like I said, okay, this is the reason why I said I would not talk to somebody in a wheelchair because it
I
doesn't
want to
work.
know that. What's the reason, bro?
I've done it. I'll talk to somebody in a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair. I talked to somebody in a wheelchair. It didn't work. When I went to go kiss her, she had to go left. I had to go right, pull up like bumper cars. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. Now look, the reason why, okay,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that's in a wheelchair, we will talk to other people in a wheelchair because it's cool because we both go through the same struggles. All right, but we also want to talk to somebody that's not in a wheelchair so we can prove, hey, I could be just like everybody else. We really don't want to talk to somebody. We really try to shy away from somebody in a wheelchair unless we go through the same struggle. We try to shy away from
Mm-hmm.
somebody in a wheelchair because it's like you already know what I can do. I know what you can do. I'm trying to like you go with somebody that can walk so you can do more things. If you like I It that makes sense. Like the girl that I was talking to in a wheelchair, we couldn't have sex for real. If we had sex, the nurse had to pick me up and put me on top of her. And nobody got time for all that. We want some.
That's Solo. I'm gonna ask that question. I want to ask that question. Because I remember that one time, the comedian, what's her name, Miss Pat, the comedian Miss Pat. I don't know you know who she is.
No, not really. But go ahead though. I don't
All
remember.
right. Okay, so Miss Pat said that one of her stand-ups that she had an uncle that was disabled,
Okay.
and well, I think he was mentally and physically disabled, and
Okay.
so she said when she was a kid, she used to have to help him have sex with prostitutes.
Yeah, and see, but
And,
like, yeah,
you
and
know,
so
yeah, I just want to it's like I know that got to be awkward was you have somebody to pick you up and put you in place and get you. You know
so
what I'm
the
saying?
girl, so the girl had cerebral palsy like me. But like I told you at the beginning of the episode, that
Mhm.
cerebral palsy has different stages to it. So she couldn't get out the chair like that. So she had to get
Mhm.
help. So she had to get
Wow.
somebody to put the person on top of her. And it's weird, and I'm not going for all that. Like that's
Yeah,
not
that
that's
too.
too much going on.
Too many hands in the wrong place, boss.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
and then to be real with you, bro, a lot of
Mhm.
people in a wheelchair think like that. I know this one girl. She was like, two niggas in a wheelchair shouldn't be talking to each other. Cause it was like, cause it's we both gonna be struggling. Like we, like you want to prove that you can do it. You don't have to prove to a person in a wheelchair that you can do it. We know we can do it. We try to break barriers here. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I was wondering because I know shit. It's a lot of work for a nigga who ain't in a wheelchair try to get it in. I know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like real life shit.
And I always wondered that. I mean, not really wondered that. I just thought about that. Like when it comes to sex and y'all both in the wheelchairs, how did that work? And I'm like, I didn't never understood it. But I'm glad you clarified, man. I know that had to be like a crazy situation though, bro.
Yeah, because me personally, I can only do certain positions anyways. So
Right.
I don't got time to like. I'm not no. I'm gonna throw you over a balcony and hit it from the. I'm not one of them type of. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Keep it simple, keep it moving type of niggas.
Man, hey, yo, rule light. Don't let me find out you over there taking the wheelchair and going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
My wheelchair. Listen, my wheelchair can't go. Like I got a recliner button on the back of my wheelchair, so like I could just make it into a bed real quick. Don't play with me. I'll figure things out. Oh,
Hey, yo, hold on. Let me get back into the questions, all right, into the answers, all right, real quick.
gotcha.
Okay, because apparently one lady kind of got a little snippy with me, man. She like, oh
I didn't.
shit.
I didn't see it. I didn't. I would have. I would
Oh,
have
okay.
defended you.
All right. So my homegirl CL decided she gonna share the post. And so I went to
Ciel's a wild female. She's beautiful, but she's wild.
what she said, what you say, your sexy ass auntie?
Yeah, yeah, she is. She's the auntie, yo.
Oh man, you gotta love CL. Hold on, see if I can find the this one CL shared. No, this ain't the one CL had. Hold on a second.
Yo, you had a lot of
CL.
comments.
Dude, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. All right, here goes CL. CL's did. So hold on a second. No, where's it at? Where's it at? So
That's how you
she
know you
posted.
got too many comments.
Here you go. Here you go. She said, "Yes, if he rolled in my life and stole my heart, I would push him around for a lifetime, ladies." So she asked the
That's
same
a
question to
fact.
the girls. So one lady said, "Yes, yes, yes." She yes, yes, yes. And so I
A
was
lot of
like, I
these
was like,
females
"Are
just
you
be
willing?"
wanting a disability check.
Damn.
A lot of
Okay,
these
we're gonna talk
people.
about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that shit in a minute. Hold on.
We not gonna cap.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. All right, because look now, look.
I
Anyway,
just, uh, I
so
just opened up a whole new can of worms.
oh yeah. So one lady said yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, okay, so are you willing to take on the responsibilities of helping him? So So this is what she no listen how she snapped at my ass. She snapped at me, man. She said, if that what it took, if that what it took. I don't recall speaking to you about it though. Take care.
Oh no, no. See, you see, she was on your ass. She was like, "What are you asking me for?" If I said yes, I meant yes. God, that's how she looked at it, bro.
She said, I don't recall speaking to you about it though. I'm like, take care. Told me to take care.
Hey,
So I
did
had
you
to slap
respond back?
yeah, you know the hell I did.
Oh shit! Yo, the Chief Keef time came out with the brain.
Oh yo, I like, I'm trying to be polite. You know, this is my business page. I said, well, it was my question. That's why I asked. But you can take care as well.
She probably came back with the. Hey, the Chief Keef came out. See, people don't understand. You used to have braids. You used to have dreads.
Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, look. So I guess she realized it was my question. So she kind of like tried to clear it up. She was like, she said clearly if a person didn't mind being interable in a relationship, they will also accept all that comes with it. Otherwise, they will have people wording. It's not mine. It's not.
I know, right? I know.
They will have choose another situation. I'm disabled myself, so I don't be judging. So
okay.
now I feel bad. Now I feel bad because I can't snap back because she said she's disabled. And I don't want to be rude.
You should have hit me in the inbox and been like, yo, Rue, see what's up with this chick. So I would have been like, I don't give a damn about you being disabled. We all disabled in this bitch.
I think she meant well. I think she won't. She didn't expect me, the person who actually made the question, to come in and ask.
Yeah.
Right.
But it depends on her what kind of disability she has. Because I probably wouldn't want to talk to her because it's like, what you doing? Like, we not.
So I mean, majority everybody like most definitely because one girl said most definitely, and it's kind of confusing. I said so. I said, so are you willing to take on the responsibilities of helping him? She says, of who? Okay.
Like we gonna sit up here and just be like, oh, a random person named Bob. Like you gonna take Bob's responsibility?
Of Jerome in the wheelchair. That's what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like, did you read the question?
One lady. I talked to a guy who was on. Sorry, I talked to a guy who was on four-arm crutches. I don't consider him handicapped though. He was fully able to do everything himself. He was fine as she said. He was fine as hell and a gentleman. He had a job and a car. The problem was he was much more self-conscious of his disability. I don't blame
happens
him,
a lot.
Considering how cruel some people can be. But I got exhausted trying to always reassure him. Confidence is sexy. Don't matter what body type it is.
That actually happens a lot. So what she means like I got exhausted trying to reassure him. So he never really probably dealt with somebody that was like all into him because of just because of him. And people are probably always looking at his disability or always putting him down. So he didn't know how to carry himself with that confidence. But if you walking around with the forearm crutches, like you good to go. Like it's like I said, there's certain people that got this cerebral palsy and some people that got disabilities that you'll never know. You feel me? Like
Right.
so.
I know a lady in my neighborhood, man. In my old neighborhood, she had crutches for years, man. I mean, she still walk around with crutches all the damn time. When I was thinking to myself, like, yo, she could walk regular. Why the hell she got crutches? But it happens. It happens.
Yo, my wife walks around with a boot on her foot because she got drop foot or whatever. She walk around with a boot on her foot and a regular shoe, and she just be getting it like she ain't even there. Like, so,
hey, man, you gotta respect it. One lady flat out said no.
That I was waiting for her, but it was so many comments, bro. I was waiting for a no, but it was so many comments. I wasn't going through it.
Hey, I'm trying to go through them real quick though because you know what I'm saying. I did not expect this radio to take off as good as it did though. It took off pretty
But
good.
I
Uh,
told you, bro. I said, look, ask about would you talk to a dude in the wheelchair and see what happens. They gonna go crazy, son.
they did. I mean, like I said, everybody had a good response. You asked the same question on your show, on your page. You asked the same
Yeah,
question on your page,
everybody said
and
basically, yeah,
yeah, everybody was saying thing. Yeah, yes, they would do it. I asked them, they would take responsibility. Like, yeah. Now Nick is Santown. She said yes. She said yes. I mean, I love. First of all, you know, people got love for you, man. You know that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't see all
Yeah.
these comments. I don't be paying attention to
Yo,
people.
yo. I mean, they be like, yeah, they'll do it. They will pick up the slack. Why not? I mean, they give you 100%. I mean, yo, dude, it was a lot, and so majority of the thing is women are checking for y'all, man. Don't let it phase you, man. Women are checking. Hold on a second, get you
My
back,
lady,
man. My bad.
my lady was like,
I said,
my lady was like, oh, we can find as long as he got Jesus in his heart. I was like, I don't know if it's that deep, but okay, I got you, bro.
you know that's what it is, though. You need that, though. You need that. You want to have somebody that got the same qualities in the man that you're looking for. That's not in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was for her. She was looking for guys who had the same quality, whether in a wheelchair or not. Now the question I'm gonna ask is right here now.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the first part. There's a difference between mental disability and physical disability.
Yeah,
Now, when the
cognitive
same
and
women,
physically.
right? So, would these same women speak to a guy who has a mental disability?
Um, have I
Now,
said
that's the
okay? Now look, I mean, it depends if they have the mental disability. For me, it depends if they have the mental disability under control. It depends on like what it, you know, what I'm saying, how bad it is. And I'm just being honest, because like some people they can be cool one day, and then they can be mad 20 minutes from now. And it's like
true.
you have to be mentally strong to talk to somebody with a disability. Period.
That's
Like
true.
people think this a walk in the park. All this, yeah, I love him because he's a regular person just like me. Until you get into the relationship,
Mm,
like it's cool, it's cute to be friends with a person with a disability because you all got to see him every day. You could just call him on the
mm,
phone when you want to. But when you're in a
mm,
relationship and you actually see somebody with a mental disability, with a physical disability, it's different when you see them every day. You know,
right,
it's like damn, I don't know if I could deal with this. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody with a disability, you got to see their every move, their everything, because you're around them a lot.
right, right. And like the thing that made me think about this really too is that now I can understand if a person have a mental disability, finding love, but and this is me speaking. I think it
Okay.
depends on the severity of the mental disability. You know what I'm saying? If his mind is still, if you know, some people can be like a childlike mind, and I don't want to I wouldn't want a woman to come in and try to play on that, and that'll lead us to the situation where we said earlier that people are really getting into this relationship with these people who are disabled for the check. They really doing this for the check,
Yeah,
and
that's a
that's the
fact.
crazy part. And I don't think people talk about that. They do try to sneak in and get that money when they think they got it.
Oh no, don't get into it. There's a lot of sugar daddies out here too, bro. There's a lot of sip niggas out here too that'll sit up here and get that check to that girl to make them, you know, rock with them. Like a lot of dudes, it's hard for a lot of people in wheelchairs or disabilities unless you got confidence, like
Mm-hmm.
myself, that know what you're
Mm-hmm.
capable of. That it's a lot of people who just shy away from talking to somebody because they're afraid of how they gonna get treated or how somebody gonna look at them. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I understand that completely, man. And like so I appreciate excuse me. I appreciate you saying that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I remember a while back, man. It was a lot of like videos of people who was mentally handicapped. I can tell you that. And they was
Hmm.
always like it was always this big comic relief that was on social media. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you remember. A big wave of this people with different type of disabilities was making a way and they were making people laugh and stuff. Now I'm thinking like do you see these women like twerking on them, and they have regular women and all that, and I'm like, dude, you know this guy's mind is like this guy's mind is not there. You playing with him? Why are you playing with this man like that?
Because when you're just chilling with a person for like just a few or just hanging out with them, like I said, when you first start talking to a person with a disability, it's cool. I see you
Mhm.
as a regular person. I like you for who you are. And then when you start talking to a person with a disability, some people in the wheelchairs, they become dependent on
Mhm.
their partner. Cause you're not gonna help me, or you gonna be there for me, this and that. Or they don't know how to handle the relationship because they think, oh, she thinks bad about me because I'm in a wheelchair, or a dude in a wheelchair might have to do too much because
Right.
he wants to impress the girl he with. So
Right.
it's a lot of work. That's why a lot of these
Right.
girls said nah, and a lot of these girls are actually nurses too. So
Well, you know
if you
what?
actually go ahead.
Because I was saying that I appreciate everyone being honest though, because it's a lot of times that, like you said, it is work sometimes, and people are like, look, I just can't deal with that. I can't do that.
Yeah, because a lot of people got family members that's in a wheelchair. They probably got brothers that's in a wheelchair. They probably work at a nursing home where they got to deal with people that's in a wheelchair with
Mhm.
mental disabilities and physical disabilities. So they sit back and think, damn, I already got to deal with this while I'm at work. I don't know if I could deal with this while I'm at home.
Right. Right.
And so you
Understand
got to
completely, man.
respect that part too.
All right, man. Look, man. Well, we're coming up on the end of this episode, man. Yo, before we end this right here, man, I want you to say what is the advice you would give a person who actually dealing with being disabled right now?
All right,
You trying to you trying to
I got two things to say. The first thing I'm gonna say is, regardless if you the word disabled, we all technically are disabled. Everybody got something wrong with them, bro. Two, you gotta have the confidence and never let somebody take away your confidence. And every day, just learn something about yourself to better yourself. Cause like me having a disability, I'm very confident. Some may sound cocky. Just
Mhm,
believe in yourself, bro.
mhm.
And the second thing I gotta say, bro, this is completely off topic. But did you see the dudes in Alabama that did the
Oh,
summer slam that did the summer slam and beat the white boys up?
the white boys and the mama and their mamas.
Yeah, I had to say it to somebody. I
Oh,
this would be a perfect way to end the show.
yo, real quick, man, because I ain't talked to nobody about it yet, man. I know it's coming. You know, I do all these shows. I know one coming. Yo, yo, they got their ass so the fuck up, then.
Yeah, hey, look, he threw the hat up in the air. Everybody came. Everybody came.
Yo, look, hold on, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100, man. They jumped that old security guard. They jumped him, and
Yeah.
then when he jumped, so hold on. Then the other, like, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all haven't watched the video, go watch the video real quick. So so I guess that this security guard seen this boat of I'm gonna say I'm gonna use the proper term Caucasian people, um the boat of Caucasian people, like, and I guess they was doing stuff outside of what they supposed to do, the rules. So the
All right,
security
so
guard came. Go ahead.
no, this is what happened. The white people, the Caucasian people had a boat and they didn't want to move. And they didn't want to
Yeah,
move, so the security guard came to try to get them to move or whatever. And
yeah.
they called themselves trying to fight the security guard. The security guard threw the hat up in the air, and we as black people, we united. You hear me on some Batman signals?
Yo, let me say this: when the dude swam across the goddamn lake,
That nigga said, I'm
nigga,
coming.
dude swam across the lake, and I'm saying, I'm looking at another video. Do you know how strong you got to be to swim across a lake, pick yourself out
Yeah,
the water, and start fighting?
he built for this. He was in the Marines or something, the
Dude,
Navy.
it wasn't just that. So let me tell you who's the real MVP of that whole video. You know who the real MVP was?
Oh,
The lady that was filming the shit. Because
oh,
the whole entire video, she was giving you play by play of what the hell was going on.
yeah. I don't know if you watch wrestling and you remember this dude, this announcer named Jim Ross. That's
Oh
how
yeah.
That's how I felt when I was watching it. I was ready to go through the phone
Oh,
and invite
bro.
him too. I was like, we getting
Yo, what
tired
are
of
you
this
doing?
shit.
Yo, oh, fuck her ass up, fuck her ass. I'm like, yo, she is going all. She was going ham the whole entire video, and I think she had different angles. I think she was on a boat at first, and the boat came to dock, and she was still recording it. Yo,
Yeah, did you see the police officers? The black police officers looked like they didn't want to get it. They was like, bro, don't hit him with the chair. Please don't hit him with the chair. And they hit
they had to arrest him. They had no choice but to arrest that man for hitting. He hit that one with a chair several times.
she said the black police officer was like, don't do it, bro. Please don't do it. We not going. Oh, you did it, bro. You gotta kill. You gotta go, bro.
You gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail. And then in one part of the scene when they had to do with him with a chair, the police had got him on the ground, right? So this
Yeah.
white lady ran over there. I think she was trying to get a punch in while he was on the ground. And the police threw her ass. She flipped over the damn shit. And
Yo,
I'm like, yo,
I
I'm
didn't
seeing
see
the man.
that.
Yo, I'm gonna send it to you. So the police pushed her ass. She flipped over because while they had the guy on the ground, she ran up while they had him on the ground. So the police shoved her. She fell over the damn buckets and stuff. And I'm sitting watching this like, yo, this is wild. Like I never thought you would. First of all, it's Alabama, so I knew some racist shit was gonna happen. But the fact is, but the way they jumped the security guard. They jumped and they was not expecting the whole entire black experience. So,
they came out of nowhere.
Niggas who was never at the damn niggas who never been in the water king. Niggas who was the cooks came out the kitchen, the damn pilots came out the boat. Man, it was black people everywhere.
That dude threw up the hat. The black people was like, "Oh, really? That's what we all."
No, yo, Rudelife. I know I'm making this a little longer than it need to be. Rudelife, when you see all the people had like the purple shirts on.
Yeah,
They're employees. These are employees.
they got tired. They got tired, bro.
Yo, the damn employees was out there fighting like hell. Dude,
That means we started to get tired of stuff now. You feel me? Like it's like, all right.
Dude, the part that got me was after they jumped the man, they jumped the security guard. They ran back to their boat. When they ran back to the boat, it was one black guy, and he was like, he had no shirt on. He was, if you ever watch it, he in the corner. One black guy, he's trying to rip the damn side of the boat, right? So he stalls off. He don't who still off first. He still off first, and hit the sun. Then everybody they jumped off the boat, and I don't know. And it's like women, like white women who can't like it was white women who were just sitting there isolated outside. They ran up to try to help, like break it up and get their ass towed the hell up in the middle of trying to break this damn fight up. You see people get thrown. They were throwing people in the lake.
Yeah, it was up like that. It was up like that. It was. I'm telling you, it was up like that. Like
that was a really good fight, though.
Yeah, I was like, I feel great being a part of the black community. You know what I'm saying?
You know the black people. You know the black people went to jail.
Yeah. Like I was like, well, I mean, that was worth it because like we had to stick together. Now that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do when these protests jump off. We got to start sticking together like that. We can't just do it one good time and it's over. You gotta. Now we had a standard now. We had a standard.
Well, you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy, right? You know how like January 6th is the biggest like history thing for white people when they started January 6th. August 6th is the black people's.
Yeah, they got the chair. They got the chair like it's a freaking trophy, bro. Like a WWE title, bro. It's all on TikTok.
I seen the guy come back up that next day and felt the chair.
Bro.
Yo, that was hands down. I ain't gonna say it was great, man, but it was crazy as hell. Now to see that shit in real time. Oh my goodness. You know, and I'm telling anybody who's watching this video, please, y'all subscribe to the damn what was GoFundMe for the people in jail. You know they in jail. They like their black asses up.
And they did. And it was the cops was like, I don't want to do this, bro. Just and they had to, they had no choice.
And the crazy part, if you watch the video, the cops was not trying to break it up. They really was like, all right, stop. And they was not stopping. All right, please stop. Yo, don't hit that woman no more. Don't hit her no more.
Oh, The police officer like, please stop, please. Oh, see now, bro. See now I gotta do my job.
The dude hit that damn woman and that dude with that damn chair. That's the craziest thing. Oh my goodness, man. Wait, look, man.
Yeah, bro.
Let me go ahead and end this, man. I can talk about this all day. But hey, yo, Rule, like before we go, man, let everybody know once again where they can find you.
Bro, you can find me on Instagram, Rudelife, Rudelife, period, NASA, NASA. I got a I got a YouTube. I don't never shut out my YouTube for some reason, but but add subscribe to my YouTube at Rule Life NASA, bro. And I'm on Spotify, the Rule Life NASA Show. Gotta keep it a 100 True podcast. So yeah, hey, listen, this was fun. This was a great interview, and I hope we shed light on people with disability and having awareness about disabilities and stuff.
Right, right. And I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do,
Oh,
man. We had a great time, man. And you keep it real all the damn time, bro.
yeah, I appreciate it. You do too, man. Hey, stay
I,
focused, man.
Oh, all right, hold on. Let me go ahead and do my closing. Hey, yo, this is your little big brother, Eric G. Man, I want to thank y'all for watching another episode of Random Thoughts with Eric G. If you want to watch this episode plus many more, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Random Thoughts with Eric G. I can't talk today. Random Thoughts with Eric G. Also, man, find me on TikTok and Instagram. That's Random Thoughts with Eric G. On Twitter, sorry, my bad, not Twitter no more. X. It's gonna be with
X.
Eric G. With Eric G. Also on Trends. That's Random Thoughts with Eric G. Hey, look, man, I appreciate all y'all watching my show. Even though I can't talk this second half. This second half, I've been kind of
It's Monday.
Yo, I know, right? I know. And I worked all night last night. Anyway, man, look, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for checking me out. And like I always say, God bless you. Peace.